As we start with the world news, just hours after Iran rained down missiles over Qatar at a U.S. military base, President Donald Trump said a ceasefire is in effect between Israel and Iran, with both countries confirming that they've agreed to it. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest details from Washington.
President Trump says a ceasefire between Israel and Iran is back in effect and that Israel is not going ahead with a planned attack on Iran. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office confirming Israel refrained from further attacks following a Trump-Netanyahu call on Air Force One directly after these comments.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what they're doing.
The ceasefire appeared to be unraveling almost as soon as it began in the early morning hours. Israel accused Iran of violating it by launching missiles and promised powerful strikes in Tehran. Iran denied violating the truce, accusing Israel of being at fault.
These guys got to calm down. It's ridiculous.
President Trump initially announced the pause in fighting was in effect, with Israel and Iran both agreeing following a wave of Iranian attacks that killed at least 4 people in southern Israel. A senior White House official saying the ceasefire came together after Iran signaled it no longer wanted to fight, and President Trump told Israel's prime minister no more war. The president reached out to Qatar to speak with Iran, according to a source familiar with the talks. The rapid developments come after Iran fired missiles at U.S. troops in Qatar Monday in retaliation for U.S. airstrikes on Iranian nuclear sites over the weekend. The president saying the U.S. expected and countered what he called Iran's very weak response and that no Americans were harmed. Trump administration officials pressing Iran not to try to rebuild its nuclear program amid reports the White House disputes that Iran may have moved some equipment and uranium from its nuclear sites before the U.S. strikes.
Idaho's lawmakers are responding to a ceasefire agreement. Representative Russ Fulcher said in part, quote, "I support President Donald Trump's actions to neutralize the threat of a nuclear Iran and commend U.S. military personnel for executing their mission with maximum precision. The Iranian regime's repeated actions make one thing clear: it must never be allowed to obtain a nuclear weapon." Representative Mike Simpson said in part, quote, "America stands firm against Iran's continued aggression. I'm grateful that no American troops were harmed in today's attack on our military base." And Senator Mike Crapo said in part, quote, "President Trump's peace through strength diplomacy is working. Cooling relations in the Middle East is good for American safety at home and abroad." You can read their entire statements right now on our website. That's ktvb.com.